Stone Brewing, Ruination Double IPA. It has all the hops. You are most definitely not worthy. Hi guys, welcome back. So, Stone Brewery. Everyone's heard of it. It started by two guys in Southern California in 1996, and it has just exploded. It's one of the standard bearers for American craft beer styles, and they're just doing amazing, crazy stuff, and they've blown up. They're everywhere. So, today we're going to talk about one of their big IPAs. But a little bit about the brewery first. We always like to put a little bit of history out there. So, we said started in California, 1996, and it is huge now. They have, if you've never been to their flagship facility in Escondido, California, just outside of San Diego, at the risk of sounding like a crazy fanboy, I gotta tell you, it is fantastic. It is a temple of beer with a 1-acre outdoor organic garden, fantastic food. It's just a sight to see. If you're a beer nerd, if you make beer, if you like to drink beer, if you're into the craft beer culture, which if you're watching this video, I hope you are, that is a must check out. And now Stone is one of those craft beers that you can rely on. Hey, I'm in the grocery store, I want something good. I'm not going for one of the big macros. I'm not looking for something light, L-I-T-E. I'm looking for something good. Stone is where you're gonna go for that. They actually have a brewery and a tasting facility in Shanghai, China, which makes them actually the first American craft brewery to be overseas in the People's Republic of China. So I think that's pretty neat. I think a lot of what they're doing is really cool. For a business that started with two friends and just a dream, now they make over 350,000 barrels of beer a year and employ over 1,000 people. And they've got facilities all over the place. So let's talk about the beer, shall we? Okay, so Stone Ruination Double IPA. It's actually the Ruination 2.0, so it is a revival of their Double IPA, which was the first commercially produced Double IPA, or at least that's what they claim. So what's a Double IPA? It's exactly what it sounds. It's just an IPA taken to 11. It's just more of everything. You want more hops? Check. You want a higher alcohol content? Check. You want a big, chewy, complex. This is the beer that will punch you in the face and leave you on the side of the road for dead. So it goes to 11, to paraphrase that movie. That's what this beer does. 6 different types of hops: Magnum, Simcoe. I have to even check my notes on this one. That's how many hops there are. Centennial, Nugget, Citra, and a hop called Azaka. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. That's how many hops they put in there. Just huge bittering charge in the brew house, huge amount of dry hopping, just big. Like I said, it goes to 11. So now onto some tasting notes. So you can see just a golden color, very clear beer, filtered, with a cream colored head, not too much carbonation on it. And the aroma is it's just fruit and hops, tropical fruit flavors or aromas on those hops. And then just a little bit of undertone of that kind of funkiness, that pininess that you get from some of the more bitter hops. Just all kinds of aroma on this beer. And now to the taste. Yeah. Whoa, there it is. There it is. So it's a medium-bodied beer with a kind of medium malt backbone. So not a whole lot going on the malt side of the beer, which just leaves these hops room to shine. And man, are there a lot of hop flavors in here. Right at the initial taste, it hits you right up front with kind of melon and kind of tropical fruit, kind of mango almost flavors, and then immediately moves into just a bitter, long, piney, resinous finish that just goes on for hours, it seems like. Just really, really good, dominant hop flavors in this beer. Just a touch of alcohol warmth on the backside of it, because we'll talk to, for the numbers folks, this beer's clocking in at 8.5% ABV and over 100 IBUs. Just says 100 plus, which is a lot of bitterness. This is a complex beer. It's a big one. This is not something for someone who says, what's your favorite beer? I don't know. I like Bud Light. Don't give them this. You'll ruin their day. But for a real craft beer fan, especially an IPA fan, there's a ton going on with this beer. Just lots of just finish for days, bitterness, tropical fruit, you name it, it's there. Just absolutely fantastic. I said that it left you on the side of the road for dead. I was kind of only being a little bit flippant, because for as much just flavor and hops and alcohol and just beer that is crammed into this beer, it's actually very well balanced. Very enjoyable. Certainly would not call this beer sessionable by any stretch of the imagination. This isn't necessarily a one and done, but you got to know your limitations. So today we're going to talk just a little bit, and I recommend, if you want, go to the Stone Brewing website. It's a fantastic, well laid out website, and each beer, it has a really solid pairing, almost full pairing menu, and you can totally reference that. Off the top of my head, what I think would go really well with this beer, fried chicken. Specifically spicy fried chicken, like kind of a Memphis hot chicken kind of thing. You need big flavors to counteract this. Something subtle and delicate is just gonna get lost. This beer is just gonna steamroller right over it, and you're not even gonna know it's there. So spice, something heavy. You need some of that fatty richness to cut into the bitterness of this beer, because it's a bitter beer. Don't get me wrong. It has a lot of bitterness to it. So I think a fried chicken dish, spicy, maybe even some Korean style spicy fried chicken, I think would go really well. A real solid pairing with this beer. And I don't know, when I first thought about this beer, I thought about it being something you sip while smoking a good cigar. I think that's the kind of flavors, both can hold up to each other. Both flavor profiles can stand up to each other. Just gotta warn you, be cautious. Strong cigar, strong beer. Whoa, buddy, if you're not careful, the world will start spinning. This isn't how the world turns. We want you to enjoy yourself there. But those are some of my thoughts, some of my tasting notes. Hey, if you got good ideas, comment below. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know if you have something that you've tasted this beer with, or some ideas for things you think this would go well with. So to wrap things up, what do I think? What are my thoughts on this beer? It's fantastic. I don't want to sound like a gushing fanboy, but I love everything Stone's doing. I love their Ruination Double IPA. I love Arrogant Bastard. I love all the things that they're doing, and I love what they stand for. Is this beer for everyone? Absolutely not. If you're an IPA fan, yup. If you're a fan of complex flavors, complex tastes, if you drink your coffee black, you like drinking Scotch whiskey neat, this is the kind of beer you'd really enjoy. My own personal scale, I easily give this an 8.5 out of 10, if not a 9 out of 10. It's a fantastic beer. Be careful with the alcohol content. It's not sessionable, but it'll definitely get the job done. Really good. And once again, check out Stone Brewing. It's worth the trip if you're in the California area. Anyway, have a good one, guys. Like, share, subscribe, do all the things. Hey, cheers to you, folks.